We got some next level-ish on that man, Lamar Jackson, who was given the Florida State Seminoles the business earlier this year. He's expected to hoist the Heisman Trophy at the Downtown Athletic Club on Saturday night. Here is the Louisville QB on what being a Heisman finalist means to him.
You know, it means a lot to me, you know, being one of the first ones to be able to go to New York. It's an honor. For me seeing, you know, guys like Cam Newton and Tim Tebow, you know, Johnny Manziel, you know, guys like that, it makes me want to play more, you know, want to play and drive more to be the best player I can be.
B-Mac Jackson mentioned 3 other dual-threat QBs that have won the Heisman Trophy, so let's see where Jackson stacks up against that trio. We'll start with Tim Tebow, who won in 2007, one of the greatest college football seasons in the history of the game. You see his completion percentage was way better, but Jackson more pass yards and way more rush yards. The total TDs advantage Tim Tebow. So Tebow in 07 or Lamar Jackson in 16.
Well, based on the numbers, it's easy to go with Tim Tebow. But think about this. Lamar Jackson did a lot more with a lot less.
Sure.
Tim Tebow played with so many quality NFL players.
Oh, yeah.
You can't discredit that, but you also have to take that into consideration. But, I mean, it's hard. This man went to Florida, man. I don't want to give a Gator any props, man, so I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson in 16, advantage over Tebow in 07. How about Cam Newton? The Auburn QB back in 2010 won it as his only season down there in Auburn. So take a look at his numbers. Again, Jackson has him in the pass yardage department, but it's very close in rushing yards and rushing TDs. One more total touchdown for Lamar Jackson. Advantage Cam 2010 or Lamar this year.
For me, advantage Cam 2010. I think when you look at Cam's overall body of work, the strength of schedule was huge. Remember, Alabama was Alabama. You had LSU, who was LSU. For him to do what he did in the SEC when they were very, very good, granted they had a drop-off this season, but in 2010, the best conference in all of college football. And oh, by the way, the completion percentage. This is a guy that was the first overall selection in the draft. I have to go Cam Newton right here.
His team won the national championship.
And yes, and oh, by the way, they won the national title.
Does he have the potential to be a number 1 pick?
Not quite yet. Okay. I think he needs to improve on his throwing ability.
All right, we've got one more year to do that. Let's take a look at our final dual threat comparison who won the Heisman. Johnny Manziel from 2012. Now, Manziel that season, more passing yards, way better completion percentage, almost as many touchdowns, and almost as many rush yards as well. You don't remember that from Johnny Manziel. So another SEC signal caller, Manziel in 2012 or Lamar this year?
I mean, once again, I got to go a blast from the past. Johnny Manziel. I forgot how good he was because we have been raving and jumping about what Lamar Jackson has been doing the entire year. And it was like video game-ish. Remember what he did in the SEC.
5,000 yards of offense. 5,000.
I mean, almost 70% in completion.
So we got Lamar beating Tebow.
Yes, Lamar beating Tebow by default.
But
sorry, Gator fan, just take it what it is.
And Johnny Manziel, according to B-Mac, better Heisman campaigns than the one we think will end with a Heisman Trophy for Lamar Jackson